All right, so let's talk. I went down on my motorcycle. This was my first real down. I've dropped the bike several times, and that's just poor stopping in a turn, that sort of thing. This one was a little different. Now, by all rights, walked away from this perfectly fine, and considering the different kinds of accidents and types of people going down, this is so minor in comparison, so I'm not trying to make a bigger deal out of this than it was. But yeah, no, it did hurt. We'll roll the footage. You can watch. You've seen the clips. You've seen the screenshot. This was entirely user error. What happened was we were making a U-turn. We had missed a turn initially, so we were trying to catch back up to our friends. And you'll see those clips eventually because, of course, content is content. So we were going into a U-turn to catch back up. The U-turn, I took it with too much speed. I'm almost positive I was in second gear. I'm almost positive I was on the throttle instead of working with my back brakes and my clutch to maintain a proper turn. Initially, it felt okay. It felt a little wide. I was looking through the turn, so trying to look where I was going. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. I ended up getting a little close to the curb, so then I locked eyes with the curb, and what do we know about that? That's target fixation. And the second you target fixate, you go directly to that thing. I went right to that curb, to that sidewalk. The front tire clipped it. I went over, I went sideways, tried to put my foot down to catch myself. That was a bad idea because that moved my foot into harm's way. When I went down and the bike landed on top of me, that right foot peg basically stabbed me in the calf. And warning, we'll post some of the bruise pictures. We're gonna call it bruise watch. It's gotten only more swollen and more purple since then. I went down pretty much face first. Most of the damage is on my visor, so you'll see, I'll add the pictures in here. My right side is where most of the injuries happened, I guess. You can see here, and I'll post pictures, one touch of road rash on my wrist, and that was only because my wrist was exposed because the Velcro on my gloves doesn't hold anymore, so that was exposed, and sure enough, that's exactly where the road rash happened. It's not fun. I have friends that have significantly more road rash, so again, I'm not trying to say mine is anything like theirs, but even this little touch of road rash sucks. It stings, it's tight, it hurts when you bend and flex, and of course it's right at the wrist joint, so it's moving. Not fun. Totally user error. Should have come at it slower. Should have came at it in first gear, probably. Definitely should have looked through the turn. Should have been feathering that back brake to really control my speed. Should have had better clutch control. What the hell was I doing on the throttle? This was probably a little touch of overconfidence too. Hey, I'm feeling good. We're having a great ride, riding to breakfast, and we're having fun. We missed a turn. We're all laughing, and I just came at it too fast. Target fixated. Looked directly where I'm not supposed to be looking and went exactly there. Beyond that, went down, kind of did a nice little tuck and roll. Thank you guys for the b-boy comments and the stunt rider comments. Definitely not a stunt rider, definitely not a b-boy, definitely bruised. But that brings us to the second portion of this, the gear. You all know that I'm already an all gear all the time person. And I think that gear made such a difference. So let's break it down. Let's look at all the gear. Let's look at what happened. And then we'll talk about the damage to the bike. I'll put in the pictures and everything so you can see exactly what happened. I do have frame sliders and bar end sliders, so I think that helped a little bit. All the damage to the bike is all cosmetic. It's just scratches. The worst is probably on my exhaust, which does stick out a little bit more. But again, all cosmetic, all scratches, absolutely rideable. After things calmed down a little bit and I let the adrenaline wear off, we went on road to breakfast. It was only at breakfast when I went up to go to the bathroom that I realized, oh, it hurts to move and put weight on my right leg. But you'll see those pictures soon. So let's talk gear. Let's talk about what I wore. First off, the airbag vest. You guys know I've been preferring to ride with the Alpine Stars Tech Air 5 Plasma. This did deploy. We'll kind of cut to the scene. You can see that it's deployed, or you can see that it's a little bit bigger. As soon as I got up, I was like, oh gosh, why does my chest feel tight? Am I having a heart attack? No, the airbag deployed. So very quickly, I unzipped my jacket and then I unzipped the airbag vest so that I could, breathe a little bit easier. But it did its job. I mean, I'm not injured anywhere on my torso. I mean, my shoulder is sore from landing on it. It did its job. This is undamaged, and the nice thing is, these are the ones that have, I believe it's 6 replaceable cartridges. You can replace them independently 6 times before you need to service it with Alpine Stars. I already have another cartridge on the way, so I'll be back and riding with my airbag vest soon. And just to show you, we'll unzip this back panel here so you can see that armor here. Lift this up. This is a little testy to open. Anyway, within this compartment here is where you will replace the canister, and I'll do another video on that to show you guys me replacing it. But it is undamaged, it went off, it did its job. The jeans I wore were the Roadskin UK motorcycle jeans. These are their women's Tyrannus. I haven't talked much about this. I think I posted when I first got it. The nice thing about it, it is AAA, and it is single layer denim. So other than the dog hair inside, there's no Kevlar layer. It is that weave of protective material. And what you can see here, and you'll see in the little overlay photos that I got, I mean, we've got a little dirt, I guess. Nothing is ripped. And as evidenced by my leg, everything is intact. There is no road rash on my legs at all. AAA did its thing. I did include level 1 hip armor that I was wearing inside. My hips are absolutely fine. The knee armor that was inside was their level 2 knee armor. Did a fantastic job. Wherever it was covering my knees, it did great. I think on my left knee, I do have an armor bruise. That's it. On my right, I have a bruise on the right side of my knee, like on the lateral outside portion of my knee, purely because that's where the armor wasn't covering it. And I went down pretty much on that right side. The jacket obviously took the brunt of the damage. And you can see in the pictures that there's some damage to the front. Unfortunately, it did get a little bit of that custom paint that I did. Most of it is on the right shoulder and arm. You can see the kind of abrasions up on the shoulder plastic, down the arm. A few little rips in the material, but nothing exposed all the way through. This did rip. It didn't break through the secondary material underneath, but the armor in the shoulder and the elbow did its job. And you can see kind of right there where the elbow armor was is the only elbow bruise I have on there. I don't have anything on my left side, just that right side for that bruise. I mean, obviously I did tuck and roll, so there is a little bit of dirt and abrasion on the center torso as well as the left, but it is so minor, probably just a good wipe down. And then probably that's as bad as it gets down here. But again, nothing ripped through the entirety of the jacket. It did really good. The back of the jacket looks totally fine, no issues, no dirt even. So I'm a little torn on the gloves. The inside of the gloves, totally fine. Nothing. I apparently didn't put my arm down or like my palm down on the ground. I think when I went down, I went the back of my hand first. Ironically, the right glove, the side I went down on, is pretty much intact. All I can say is that there is a little bit of fraying at the wrist. I'm assuming that's where it kind of scrubbed against the material, the sidewalk, so not much. The right actually has some scratch marks on its carbon reinforced knuckle armor, but otherwise it's good. So my beef with this, while I love these gloves, they're very comfortable, they're very breathable, the Velcro, and I've seen this complaint a lot, the Velcro does not like to stay attached after a certain amount of time. And I think that is exactly what happened in this case. With the glove on, this is what it should look like. You can see exactly where my injury, my little road rash happened. This does not stay. So when I went down, this moved aside and my wrist went right there. The jacket does cover it, but as you can see, the one spot that got exposed is the one spot that got road rash, so here we are. The shoes, we didn't talk about the shoes. So when it comes to the shoes did good. These are the Alpine Stars Stella Stated Podium. You guys saw me post about this recently. On that right side, the side that did go down, we've got some abrasion. Pretty much on that suede outer. That's kind of it. It did great, no integrity breaks. I do have that one bruise on my left ankle. I'm assuming that's where there was some impact with the bike and it pushed that disc of protection around the ankle that's in the shoe into my inner ankle. The last thing I'll mention is the helmet. Helmet is very much intact. I am going to ask for your guys' opinions if you think this is a helmet I should continue to use, or if any impact is enough of an incentive to say, no, get a new helmet. You guys saw me, you guys saw the video, you saw me land face first pretty much. The damage is all in the visor. So you can see that it is purely the visor. Big shout out to Purple Eevee, who for my birthday got me another pink visor to replace this one, so thank you very much. Slight little bit right there on the front vent. I mean, I understand that motorcycle helmets are single impact. Technically this had an impact, so my question is, did whatever compression happened, even though it's only the visor, not so much the outer shell, did it impact the foam on the inside enough to where it is now a hazard to have another impact with the helmet? Someone asked me about concussion. We know the signs and symptoms, and we can go over that in another post or like a carousel or something. No concussion symptoms, no headaches, no odd vision, no memory blanks. We're doing okay. So yeah, all the gear all the time did its thing. Lessons learned. I mean, we've talked lessons learned for the actual riding portion of it. The lesson that I've learned when it comes to gear is that I'm really glad I'm in all the gear all the time, also known as ATGAT type of rider. Do I think the airbag needed to deploy? I mean, sure. I mean, I was going a speed. I don't know what the speed was. I don't think it was fast. It was still a U-turn. It had enough speed to where that sudden stop or that sudden impact with the ground, the airbag did deploy, so I'm glad I had that. The jacket is level A, and it does have armor. It did its job. The pants did a fantastic job, especially considering that the foot peg stabbed me in the calf. There is no integrity break in the jeans. That AAA really did its thing. So fortunately, it's like a dot of an open wound on my leg. It's just a massive, massive bruise, pretty much the entirety of my calf. And somehow my ankle. Other things I want to touch on is I was carrying my new Traumoto Micro, and the nice thing about it is that it fits very nicely in this back pillion, the cowl, the little storage. They're small storage spots, so it's not like I can carry a full thing. Fortunately, I didn't have to use it. I mean, these are intended for major bleeds, life-threatening bleeds that you want to be able to address. Didn't need it, other than a kind of sore calf and the abrasion here. Didn't need it, just washed it out. General first aid kind of stuff rather than needing a big trauma kit. So fortunately, I didn't have to use it. The other thing I want to touch on is my very favorite magnetic bag company bag that I use on my tank. This did not move at all. This stayed on my tank. I took it off the tank only after the bike was back upright, and our friend Moto Games took it back around and looped it so that, not looped it, and took it back around into off the main road so that I could kind of relax a little bit, let the adrenaline wear off, and then get back on. It held on tight. This is a fantastic bag. I highly recommend this to anyone that is looking for a storage solution. Magnetizes to your tank if you've got the space, and it was great. The last thing that I'll mention is Eevee. I know everyone's concerned about Eevee. Eevee did great. Eevee didn't even touch the ground. She has zero damage on her, zero dirt, zero scratches. She did good. Lessons learned when it comes to gear. It's hard because in a casual riding situation, I don't necessarily want to be wearing gauntlets and full track boots. I know it's a lot of people's style, and that's great. And I'm seeing now that that does offer the most protection that you could probably ask for. Had I been wearing gauntlets, the wrist road rash wouldn't have happened. Had I been wearing taller track boots that would have covered more of my calf, it is very likely that that foot peg stabbing and the bruise and the fact that it hurts to put weight on my right leg now probably wouldn't be so much of an issue. I think beyond that, like the AAA pants did its job, and I'm really happy about them. The jacket, I'm always wary. I mean, A-rated garments are fine for certain speeds. The second you start going into freeway or track speeds, you're gonna want AA or AAA protection, and obviously that's why leather is required on tracks. But the jacket did its job. The jacket still maintained its integrity. The gloves technically did maintain their integrity too. It's just that damn Velcro not staying attached probably would have prevented that road rash. The damage to the bike, I mean, we've got scratches across the fairings, scratches on the right side mirror. Unfortunately, scratches and a little bit of shaving down on my brand new pink ASV levers, so I'm a little sad about that. Definitely scratches to my Yoshimura exhaust, but that's okay. It's all cosmetic. It doesn't affect how the bike is functioning, able to be ridden. It's fine. We can replace fairings. I can replace another lever, but all in all, I'm walking. The bike is functional. Yeah, she's scratched up. Yeah, I'm a little banged up. But yeah, so I don't know if too many people tell the story of why they went down, what they could have done to have kept them from going down, the gear that they wore, and what could have been improved in terms of the gear that they wore. But at least now I can say me and the bike and Eevee and my gear have been crash tested. Now let's not try to crash test the rest of my gear. But yeah, we're doing good. Thank you all for checking in on me and making sure I'm okay. The memes have been keeping me in good spirits. I think my favorite is Turbo Tammy's with you can't take a nap there. So thank you guys for checking in on me. Ride safe, wear gear, learn from your mistakes is probably the biggest thing. I know what I did wrong. I know what I need to improve on. I mean, if you guys want to go do some parking lot practice sessions and slow speed U-turns, turns, figure eights, that sort of thing, let me know because I'm down. But don't let it stop you. Keep going, keep riding, keep practicing, keep getting your skills up. Don't ride too overconfident. Yeah, learn from your mistakes. Learn what not to do, learn what to do, and you'll be a better rider for it. And I hope to now be a better rider for it. But yeah, I'm still a new rider. We make mistakes. It happens, and that's okay. I think it's impractical to have social media feed everyone the notion that everyone's perfect, everyone is a fantastic rider off the bat. You'll drop your bike, you'll go down. Fortunately, it wasn't a collision of any real sort. And yeah, we're doing good. We're walking away and we're gonna get better after this. But thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone's care and concern, and we're doing good. Love you.